We're learning more about a fight in Richmond where police say a college football player was knocked unconscious.
That northeast blizzard brings destruction to New England. I'm Chris Van Cleve in Marshfield, Massachusetts. That story's coming up.
Still bright blue skies out and about. Boy, things look good the rest of the day. We don't have to worry about anything except the next 24 hours. That's when we start to see some clouds move in and some rain and snow back in the forecast. I'll show you when that falls coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at Noon.
Good afternoon from WKYT News. I'm Barbara Bailey.
And I'm Bill Bryant. Welcome to the news. We're learning some new details about a fight involving players from two college football teams. It happened late Saturday night at Jersey's Lounge and Dance Club in downtown Richmond. Our partners at the Herald Leader are reporting that EKU offensive lineman Colton Scurry was hurt in the fight. WKYT's Sean Moody is in Madison County with the latest, and it is our top story at noon. Sean?
We've learned a little bit more this morning about what police say happened here inside Jersey's, but they're still not saying much about who was involved. Police have not identified the alleged victim, but our partners at the Lexington Herald Leader report that the person who was hurt is Colton Scurry, a lineman on the EKU football team. His father, Jeff Scurry, told the paper he had a broken nose and facial fractures. This morning, Richmond police gave us a more detailed account of what they say Scurry said happened early Sunday morning. They say Scurry reported that 3 or 4 other men grabbed him and began hitting him repeatedly in the head. He said he lost consciousness and that after the fight, 2 women helped him walk back to EKU. Scurry's father told the Herald Leader that he'll have a long healing process. Now, EKU officials say they're looking into another report of an assault at Telford Hall around that same time. They're looking into whether the 2 incidents could be connected. Now, one of the big unanswered questions right now is who else was involved. Police told us last night that players from 2 separate college football teams were involved. We know one of those was EKU. So far, police have not named the other college football team. Now, there's been, of course, a lot of buzz on social media about who that team might be, but as of this point, police have not named that team, nor have they charged anyone with a crime. As soon as we get more credible information about that, we will report it. In Richmond, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Sean, thank you. Scurry's father told the paper he had, quote, lots of stitches and staples in his head. A grand jury will hear the case of a man accused in Lexington's first murder of 2015. A preliminary hearing was held this morning for Matthew Donahue, and police say he stabbed his boyfriend, 40-year-old Todd Shoemaker, to death inside their home on Lamont Drive earlier this month. A judge set bond at $500,000 cash.
A Kentucky man accused in a crime spree that spanned hundreds of miles and 2 states will answer to the charges against him tomorrow. Police arrested Robert Caldwell yesterday afternoon in Lincoln County after they say he kidnapped a teenager and stole a car in Casey County. The FBI had been looking for Caldwell after they say he kidnapped a man in Missouri. He faces a long list of state and federal charges. A man charged with murder following a New Year's Day crash faced a judge this morning. Caleb Aldridge was arraigned in Madison County. Police say he was driving under the influence when he crashed on 4 Mile Road, killing his passenger. WKYT's Victor Puente is outside the courthouse in Richmond with the latest on that case. Victor?
26-year-old Caleb Aldridge has been at the Madison County Detention Center since he was arrested early Tuesday morning on several charges, including murder. Sheriff's deputies say he was driving a car with 2 other people inside on January 1st when he lost control, going off a 4 Mile Road, hitting a tree and flipping that car. 23-year-old Chelsea Harnack was killed in the crash. 23-year-old Amber Heller had serious injuries. Investigators said all 3 were thrown from the car, but Aldridge's family says he told them he awoke in that car while it was still burning and pulled Heller from the vehicle. He and Heller were taken to the hospital. Police say he had been drinking. At his arraignment this morning, a family member told Judge Brandy Oliver Brown that they tried to get a judge advocate general to represent him due to his service in the Army, but because he'd been medically discharged, the JAG was only allowed to offer advice. Judge Brown appointed a public defender for the time being.
If you hire an attorney and they show up next week, then we can proceed as planned. If I don't appoint a lawyer and then you're not able to hire one, then he's stuck, because obviously we're not going to want to proceed on this case without him having a lawyer.
His bond is set at $500,000 cash. Judge Brown said because of the nature of the charges, she couldn't amend them, although his attorney could file a motion asking for them to be reduced. In Madison County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you. Deputies say the investigation took several weeks because they had to wait for Amber Heller to recover from her injuries before they could interview her. We have new information here at midday about a deadly shooting in central Kentucky from overnight. Police say 47-year-old Miller Dixon was shot during a fight with his father at a home on Sugar Hollow Road in Irvin around 10:30 last night. Dixon was transported to a local hospital where he later died. There have not been any arrests made in this nor charges filed against the shooter as of news time. We'll have more on the investigation of this coming up in a report on WKYT News at 12:30.
Newly released video from TMZ shows the moment shots were fired into a crowd of people at a rap concert in Lexington. Police are now wanting to speak with rapper Kevin Gates to get more information on the possible suspect. WKYT's Rebecca Smith is at the live desk now with a look at that video. Rebecca?
The video from TMZ shows the moment the shot was fired. Rapper Kevin Gates is from Louisiana and was performing in Lexington last weekend. Video the moment the shot fires off, then the crowd scatters. Police now want to talk to Gates about the shooting because he may have had a good vantage point from up there on the stage. The shooting happened at about 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday at a venue on Floyd Drive. One person was hit by gunfire. Their wound was not life-threatening, according to police. Now, according to media outlets in Memphis, Tennessee, a shooting happened in that city a couple weeks ago, also at a Kevin Gates rap concert. At the live desk, Rebecca Smith, WKYT.
Rebecca, thank you. And TMZ says Gates continued with his performance in Lexington even after the shots were fired.
Well, we're getting a break from the snow today, but enjoy that sunshine while it lasts. That's the word, because another wintry blast is going to be heading back into the bluegrass tomorrow and for part of the weekend. WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris live at our First Alert Weather Center with a look ahead. Micah?
Yeah, it looks great outside, doesn't it? A lot of sunshine to be had. Bright blue skies the rest of the afternoon. There's nothing that's going to impact us here in the next, 5 hours or so before the sun does set. We're at 28 now in Lexington, 28 in Richmond. That goes for Mount Sterling, 30 degrees in some locations. But we'll finish off mid to upper 30s when it's all said and done. Maybe squeezing out a 40 down south. There's Live Sky Camera. It's a beautiful day. Planning ahead. You'll stay dry. It'll be on the cool side, though, 37. And then as we head off toward the evening, you can see right there around freezing already at 8 p.m. Now, as we go overnight and into tomorrow, that's when changes start to come into play. And I'll explain that coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Thank you.
Well, bitterly cold temperatures today are hampering people in New England trying to rebound from yesterday's blizzard.
Yeah, Boston got more than 2 feet of snow, and coastal areas were slammed with hurricane-force winds and some huge waves. Chris Van Cleve has the latest from Marshfield, Massachusetts.
Looks pretty bad, doesn't it?
Tim Mannix returned to see what's left of his Marshfield, Massachusetts home for the first time since a wave smashed into his oceanfront house.
At the time I got hurt, I was pushing a table up against a sliding glass door, and bango, it, got me so quick.
The gash on Mannix's face required stitches, but he considers himself lucky to have survived a storm that took out an 80-foot section of the seawall. Dozens of homes are damaged. Back behind me here, the damaged seawall, you can hear the roaring ocean. This is all happening just feet from these ice-covered homes. The worry now is high tide, more water bringing more debris into these homes that have already been damaged and making the situation worse.
We are going to go down and spend some time on the South Shore talking to some of the folks about the flooding issues that they've been dealing with down along the coast.
The storm also hit Nantucket hard, and residents there are still dealing with widespread power outages. Statewide, power crews are battling ice and bitter cold temperatures to get the lights and heat back on for about 11,000 homes and businesses. In Boston, people are digging out from 2 feet of snow, but the subway and airport are open again. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Marshfield, Massachusetts.
And the blizzard is turning out to be a quick test for Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker, who took office just 3 weeks ago. Well, they don't do battle on the court until next month, but the Big Blue Nation has an opportunity to take down the Florida Gators before they get to Rupp Arena.
This is a big day. The Kentucky Blood Center's annual Big Blue Slam, a competition between UK and Florida fans, is underway. Donors can prove they bleed blue and take a free throw on the historic Rupp Arena court. You'll also receive a T-shirt and a chance to win a pair of tickets to the second and third rounds of the 2015 NCAA Men's Basketball Championship being held in Louisville. So far, Florida is leading the battle 531 to 509 after 2 days of donations. But of course, today a big day down at Rupp Arena.
It is, and what a chance there to take that shot and more importantly to help save lives, certainly. Hey, it's good to have you with us on WKYT News. Confirmation hearings are underway for President Obama's pick for Attorney General.
We'll have more on Loretta Lynch next on Kentucky's #1 at Midday News.
Also ahead, Marshawn Lynch is a man of few words once again at Super Bowl Media Day. Find out how he had a little fun with reporters who some got frustrated about. Coming up on WKYT News at noon.